Honorable Chair, this message, Mr. President, is from my township, Botshabelo, and it carries the views of our people about your presidency. We have listened to the President, the Chief Whip of the former Liberation Movement, and some of the ministers. It seems like everyone is tired. They all look tired and defeated. Yet, these are the very people who want to persuade society that they understand what must be done to grow the economy, create jobs, and eradicate poverty. Mr. President, your 2018 State of the Nation address, in which you cited Hugh Masukela's song, Tumamina, to mobilize the resourcefulness of South Africans to volunteer their services to create a better future for all. This Tumamina train is crashing badly, headfirst, down the cliff. This train has taken a tumble off the cliff into a tangent, sidetracked into a deep, bottomless pit of hell. Your budget vote speech today was another repeat of hollowness, emptiness, and wallowed into nothingness, which has become the hallmark of your presidency. Mr. President, your Tumamina has now become more synonymous to your name and the failed new dawn of reforms, a fight against corruption and restoring the nation's hope during your presidency. With Tumamina, you blasphemously invoke Isaiah's prophetic conversation with God, like your predecessor who claimed that the ANC will govern until Jesus comes. You crossed the line. How blasphemous. Indeed, you asked to be sent to deliver on your promises of being a trusted servant. Instead of taking us to Nineveh, where are you taking us to, Mr. President? You are choosing to take us to Tarshish. How voters responded to your deceitful and cunning detour in your presidential journey. They punished you and your party for betraying the trust and breaking your promises of a better life. This was clear sign that you asked, you were given, and went your way with your criminal network syndicates. What has your presidency delivered? Collapsed economy, destroyed by ESCOM and load shedding, junk status, corruption, cronyism, violent crimes, abuse of drugs, rising levels of unemployment amongst the youth, high cost of living, chronic poverty amongst the poor, and widening inequalities. More than 12 million people are unemployed. More than 28 million people depend on social grants, not by choice, but because their government has failed them. Violent crimes has become part of our daily lives. Daylight robberies, cash in transit haste, and killing are now woven into the fabric of South Africa. Habatho ba re ho wena o palletswe o hlolehile ibile Zuma o na le betere o tsebe hore o hlolehile le ka nnete mogalajo o pallwa ke Zuma. You're often credited as a humble leader. Mr. President, too much humility renders a person gullible, indifferent, aloof and divorced from reality, and distant from the suffering and the vulnerable. You will be remembered as worse president, worse than your predecessor. This will be your legacy. This is how you shall be remembered. You had ample opportunities to redeem yourself, but failed. In all cases, you are like a discredited biblical Babylonian figure called Balzarah, who went on a drinking spree, feasting and drinking with the underworld criminal syndicates and drug cartels, with the money looted and laundered by your comrades, associates, and criminals like Vusimuzi Ket Matlala and his types, when the poorest of the poor are dying from hunger. Mr. President, we have lost all the sanctity of a man who can be trusted, of moral high ground and ethical leadership. Your leadership has become tested, weighed, and found wanting. Your legacy will be the privatization of strategic functions of state-owned enterprises. You have handed over the core functions of roads construction, ports, rail, and energy to the friends, families, cronies, and even criminal syndicates. That is why a member of the Freedom Front Plus stands here and lectures us about BEE, transformation, and the transfer of wealth from minority whites who benefited from apartheid to the majority of our people. It is not true that you are privatizing Eskom, Transnet, Prasa, Dinel, and other state-owned enterprises because the private sector has got no money. They do not have money. This is a tactic by the bullying DA that supervises and leads the collision between the DA and the ANC that tells the private sector to come and invest without taking any risk because government carry all the risk. That is what your Minister of Finance has said every time he tabled his many budgets. This bubble built on falsehood will blow up one day. It was in these hollowed walls in 2015, faced with scandals after scandal, when your predecessor was described as a constitutional delinquent and a social scum, that you defended him. And you have got the courage and audacity to remind us of how bad he was, yet you are part of his administration. Why? You and him are birds of the same feather. Jelle, ek moet vir jou sê, as 'n kwessie aan die saak van 'n soort soek soort, aan een perd se prys. President, you want the people of South Africa to believe you are dealing with crime and corruption. Yet the head of the NPA, Advocate Batoyi, who has now been in office for almost 7 years and should be retiring next year, unless you extend a term of office for another 2 years, just told the nation that NPA is captured by people working to undermine its effort. We wrote to you, President, and said that despite our usual criticism of commissions of inquiry, this case made by Advocate Batoyi was a case in point for you to act and appoint a commission of inquiry, but you did nothing. We do not blame those who now say that you are part of a very criminal syndicate. They are busy investigating because to many South Africans, they cannot see the difference between the criminals and yourselves. Finally, President.
Honorable Matiase, please take your seat.
No, Chair,
Honorable Dagmo.
thank you very much. My point of order is very simple. The honorable member basically said, referring to the president, that you are part of a criminal syndicate. That is clearly impacting on the integrity and against the rules of this House. We all know if you're making such an allegation, you must bring a substantive motion. So I would ask you to ask the honorable member to withdraw.
Okay, honorable members, I do not need your assistance. I heard Mr. Matiase, he said we do not blame those. He did not directly say that he is part of the syndicate. So please continue, Honorable Matiase.
Finally, President, women and children are dying every day. Parents are killing their own children. Siblings are killing one another. And on top of that, criminals are killing our people. Your presidency has failed to decisively deal with violent crime, and women and children are suffering. We talk about Kwekwe and many other children whose parents have lost faith in your presidency and the state you lead. You are protecting criminal syndicates, Mr. President.
Order.
ANC.
Order.
ANC members have come here to pontificate.
Honorable Matiase, please take your seat.
Thank you, Chair. It's a similar point, and I'm not sure, Chair, if you heard that. When you say, you use the words "you are protecting," that is an issue of an accusation of criminality, similar to the first one that I raised, which I think, Chair, you didn't hear, because he did, after that comment that you made previously, he did then go on to say, you are part of a criminal syndicate. That's not political debate. That's a serious allegation which impugns integrity. And we all know if you make an allegation, you must bring a substantive motion. I appeal to you, Chair. We cannot allow that in this House.
Okay, I hear you, Honorable Dagmo, but on the first matter, I think I have hold on that one. Can Honorable Matiase please refrain from saying anything that, no, do not assist me. Do not assist me. Do not assist me. Do not assist me. I am very well capable of making a decision, so do not assist me. Refrain from pointing at a member of this House and saying they are part of criminal syndicates. And in this point, you did say that. Can you please withdraw?
Honorable Chair, I thought Honorable Cameron
Honorable
is
Matiase?
speaks English. And the you that I made use of is in plural, not in singular.
No.
It's in plural, not
You
in
said, Mr. President.
She's an English understanding better than I do.
Mr. Matiase, you said, Mr. President, you. So can you please withdraw that?
The you I use is in plural, in plural.
Honorable
It's not in
Matiase, please withdraw.
I withdraw.
Thank you very much.
ANC members have come.
Honorable
calling-
Matiase, can you please take your seat again? Honorable Skosana? Use the other mic.
Chair, thank you. Chair, what I'm raising to you now is that when Honorable Dagmo raised his hand, he never quoted any rule. But when it comes to some of us, you want the rule. Is that fair, Chair? No.
Honorable Skosana, Mr. Dagmo did quote actually on the rules and said that a member was casting aspersions. When you quoted a rule at that time, you quoted the wrong rule, which did not speak anything about the Guptas. So can we please proceed? Honorable Matiase, please proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable House Chair. ANC members have come here falling over each other, pontificating about the destruction of state-owned enterprises under his rule of 31 years and blame it on honorable members of MK who were legitimately deployed as deployed cadres of the ANC. Who must take the blame for that rubbish? Than the ANC itself. Honorable Mshauli falsely accuses the EFF for not knowing the law. It was both in our media statements we released and the letters we wrote to the president, cautioning him about the decision he took to appoint Professor Kashalia, that he quoted the wrong constitutional section, and we wanted to tell him that Section 98 cannot apply in the appointment of Professor Kashalia, and the president was ill-advised and misapplied himself to hurriedly put Mr. Mkunu on paid leave and appoint his friend, Professor Kashalia. Neither Section 91, subsection 3C applies in the fracas, in the fiasco that the president has created. Lastly, you are making mockery, Mr. President, of supreme sacrifices of more than 360 years of struggles, gallant struggles against apartheid colonialism. Mr. President, you are a disgrace. Do an honorable thing.
Order.
Hang your head in shame and resign to salvage the little of what remains from your diminishing
Honorable Matiase,
of your
can you
diminishing.
please take a seat?
Please keep time because
Take
we've got 1
a
minute.
seat. No, your time has been paused. Honorable member?
I don't think it's parliamentary for the member to say the president is disgraced. He must withdraw. Thank you.
Honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, I want us to do this. We debate in this house, right? The deputy minister of the ANC came here and said to the MK, the judge in Tonton was a disgrace. You kept quiet, you didn't raise a point of order. It can't, it must go either way. So, in that, it is a point of debate. Continue, Honorable Matias.
I want to repeat,
Order,
Mr. President, you are a disgrace.
order.
Hang your, do an
Honorable
thing.
Matias, can you please take a
Order.
seat? Honorable TM?
Honorable
No,
House
it's not.
Chairperson, I want to raise an order on you. One, you can't expect the ANC to call an order on behalf of MK, as you are saying. And here, we are not following feelings or whatever, we're following the rules of Parliament. Now, we of the ANC,
Honorable members, can you, honorable
We-
members from the MK, can you please keep quiet?
we of the ANC picked up that the honorable member on the podium said what he said. So you cannot prejudice us for what they did not pick up, Bona. So we're raising a point of order on what the honorable member is saying, and it is unparliamentary. Thank you very much.
And unfortunately, that word disgrace is not in the unparliamentary book. So you can go and check it out, rephrase yourself and put more information on that. It is not there. So
You should
I will
withdraw
allow
what you said.
Honorable,
You
no,
must withdraw.
Honorable TM, I will not allow you to do that. Honorable Mahambe Hlala, I will not allow you to do that. I have ruled on this member. You see, when you throw other things on other people, you must accept the same thing as well. It can't be that when you throw them and then you don't accept them back. You can't be thin-skinned when it comes to such debates. And I have ruled on that matter. Oh, continue, Honorable Matias.
I want to repeat, Mr. Ramaphosa, you are a disgrace. You must resign.
Matias,
Hang your head in shame to salvage the remaining integrity that you still have, because you are the face of the misery the nation tries to escape from. You are a nightmare that our people cannot come to terms with. Mr. President, 12 years ago when we decided to leave the ANC for EFF, we took a conscious decision that there shall be no reconciliation between the EFF and the ANC, because the ANC has betrayed the cardinal commitment that it would bring genuine, meaningful economic freedom in our people. Not the rubbish that you go up and day and in, trying to tell the people that you are busy and you are busy for nothing. And we want to state here for now that the EFF rejects this budget vote and we reject it with the contempt it deserves. Thank you.
thank you, Honorable.